So see here, after the explanation, see here after in auto transformer we are getting phase current is reduced by k times and line current is reduced by k square times. So current is reduced, so there will be no problem for the motor. Normal currents will be running through the motor and our motor will be safe by using auto transformer starters. Okay, and next one is star delta starter. Okay, so here also we will see the diagram. See here, this is the diagram of the star delta starter, and in this method it is used for normally running with delta connected motors. See here, we can see the delta connected motor here. So this is the delta connected stator and this is the squirrel cage rotor. So up to now you saw the star connected induction motors, and this is different star, this is different from star, this is delta induction motor. So see here, this method is used to run normally with delta connected stator winding, and it consists of a two-way switch. This is a two-way switch. Okay, so this is called two-way switch which connects the motor. See here, why I am calling this as two-way switch means it will be connecting the motor in two forms. Okay, first form is in star and second form is in delta. At the time of start, see here, at the time of start it is in star. At the time of running it is in delta. Right? Okay, at the time of starting, at down I wrote here start, star, delta, run. Okay, so at delta it is in running position, at start it is in star. Okay, so coming to the star connection, we have to analyze both the connections, star and delta. If you take the delta here, these are the line currents and phase currents. If you take the star here, this is star and this is delta. If you take the delta here, these are the phase and line currents. Okay, so in star connection, see here, in the star connection, Actually, applied voltage on each phase is reduced by 1 by root 3 times. Okay, in star connection, if you see the formulas in the diagrams here, in the star connection, see here, this is the star connection. See here, applied voltage on each phase is reduced by 1 by root 3 times. So, if the line current, if the applied voltage is reduced by 1 by root 3 times, torque will be reduced by 1 by 3 times, which is directly connected in delta. Okay, and line current is reduced by 1 by 3 times. So it is 1/3 as much starting current develops 1/3 as much torque. Okay, now relation between starting torque and load torque we will see here. Starting current will be per phase will be 1 by root 3 times short circuit current per phase, starting current per phase. Okay, this is the current per phase of delta connected motor directly switched. ISC means the current per phase for a delta connected motor in directly switched method. Okay, so line current IL is equal to 1 by 3 of short current per phase for delta connected motor. Okay, so if you see that relation, I can write at the time of starting, starting torque is directly proportional to square of the starting current. Okay, so S is equal to 1. S is equal to 1 here. So at the time of starting, slip is equal to 1. So at full load, TF is directly proportional to IF square by SF. So divided by TST by TF is equal to IST by IF whole square into SF. That is equal to IST means I can write ISC and full load current is root 3 IF. So it becomes 1 by 3 square 1 by root 3 whole square means it becomes 1 by 3 into ISC by IF whole square. So I can write ISC by IF as A. So 1 by 3 A square SF. So this method is very inexpensive and it is effective if starting torque is not 1. So see here 1 by 3 A square SF. This is very cheap method and it is effective. Effective means there will be some efficiency, high efficiencies if the motor torque is not greater than 1.5 full load torques. If the starting of the motor torque is not greater than 1.5 full load torques, it is effective.
మేడం వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది మేడం.
So applications are, it is used for machine tools, pumps and motor generators, etc. This is star delta and last one is slip ring motor starter and this is a rotor resistance starter. So what we know that slip ring, in the slip ring motors we have to, whether the stator supply is 3-phase or 2-phase, but rotor should be every time 3-phase, you know that. So at the time of slip ring I said to you, whether the stator, here the stator supply is RYB or 2-phase or single phase, the rotor must be taken in 3-phase star only. Okay, so slip ring induction motor is taken and these are the slip rings and these are the external rheostats for starting resistance. These are used for starting resistances. Okay, so at the time of starting these will be present and after the motor starts to normal position, runs at normal position, these will be short circuited. These three will be short circuited by using a metal collar. If the metal collar moves on to the shaft, these will be coming together and these three slip rings will be shorted. So there will not be presence of slip rings at the time of running position. Only at the starting position only they are present. Okay, so to limit the rotor current, the resistance can be inserted in the rotor circuit at the time of starting. Okay.
వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది మేడం. మేడం
లేకపోతే చాలా, this is easy only, you can understand. Okay, see here at the time of starting, by seeing the figure only you can understand. This is the external rheostat used for adding extra resistance at the time of starting. So this extra resistance is inserted in each phase of the rotor winding. Okay, so this is inserted in the each phase of the rotor winding through slip rings and brushes. At the start, maximum resistance is in the circuit, and as the motor gathers speed, resistance is gradually cut off. Right, this is slip ring motor, and you are having calculations of steps in the rotor. No need, just as the DC motors rotor calculation steps you are having, but just to go through them in the textbook, no need of explanation. So these are the types of starters you are having in the induction motors. Okay, so any doubts, please drop a message to me. Okay, you can leave now.